everybody? Daniel with Premier Jewelers here. This is our second podcast, guys. And we got our co-owner Jay with us here and our sales manager Matt.
What's going on, everyone?
And 2025 was an unreal year. So let's begin. Matt, you were with us all year last year. What do you think?
2025 was a year of learning. A lot of obstacles we had to overcome with social media, doing stuff in store, events. So we had scotches and watches towards the end of the year, which was a great event, which we will be doing shortly. So it's ready for 2026. Great way to start the year with the podcast. And,
Yeah, absolutely. So I think we're going to touch on a couple different things. We're going to do a little bit of a recap of 2025. We have some big news, obviously, that you guys are, I'm pretty sure, aware of now, but we'll get into it. But Jay, if you want to give us a little bit of a recap, some highlights, I guess, from last year.
Well, 2025 was our first full year here at our new location. Some of you guys might know we were on Broad Street and we were in downtown San Diego. We moved our retail location to Monmouth St in Red Bank, New Jersey. We've had a bunch of amazing things happen in 2025. It was our biggest year yet. We just dropped our website, so we were going to talk a little bit about that to start this podcast off, and then we're going to jump into some other topics. So we had our sales manager / everything guy right here, Matthew, work on the website a lot, so he's going to give you a little bit of information, and let's see.
the website took about 2 months to get started. We had our Hamza should be watching this. Shout out Hamza again, bro. You were amazing. It took some time. We did a lot of tweaking, tons of Zoom meetings, going back and forth, seeing what will work best for us, and just what the optimal way to do this and get it all set up. But we finally got it done.
Matt, what makes our website different than some of the other websites out there? What can you do on ours?
On our website, you can speak with an AI agent, which will send you directly to either Dan, Jay, or myself. You can sell your watches. You can buy watches. You can make offer on the watches that you see on our website. And if we don't have it, as you guys know, you can send us an email. All our Google reviews are also on the website, so check those out as well. And everything's there. So
it's the easiest way to buy, sell, and trade. And right now it's only watches. We are going to integrate jewelry. Obviously, we're Premier Jewelers, but we wanted to just test run it with the watches first. So it's up and running and live. It's the easiest place to buy, sell, and trade. We promise that.
We're working on our first phase of the jewelry stuff now. It's going to be released first to second week of February, so you guys could go on and check out some of our jewelry stuff. And then as we progress and as we go on, we're going to have configurators on there, so you can customize your piece. You can get rings, bracelets, necklaces in different sizes, different materials. So we're really excited about this.
I think we missed the one biggest thing though. What's the name? We didn't say the name of it.
Premierjewelersnj.com. Check it out. Link will be down below. So
go spend some money on there.
Yeah, it's a great place, guys. Honestly, it's we try to make it super user friendly. You can follow the cues. If you want to sell your watch, you just give us a brief description, send some pictures. We get you a real-time offer. Obviously, if you want to purchase a watch, some of the watches are priced on request. So if you guys want a price, you can reach out to us direct. You can hit our phone number, hit us up on IG, wherever.
Any brand, any price point, from a couple thousand to a couple million.
And shout out to all the followers too. You guys, this year's been amazing support from you guys. YouTube's been, an amazing growth this last year. Shout out JT, he's behind the camera, but that guy puts in a ton of work, a ton of effort, and as you can see, the edits are just getting crazy and it's looking real good. Getting back into 2025 recap, it was a monster year, not gonna lie. It was growth over growth every single month, so we're grateful to our clients. We love what we do. Obviously, I think you guys can see that through our platform. We're very passionate about it. But getting into this 2026, January's been an insane month. Obviously, the website's up and running. We got a lot of goals that we want to check off this year. But before we get into that, I don't know if you guys have been watching this over the last couple of weeks. Silver and gold markets, the metal markets are insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Insane, guys. So when did I make the prediction silver was going to be $100?
So Dan claims he made a prediction that...
I didn't claim. It's on camera, guys. Check the YouTube.
We don't know where he got this information from. Apparently he reads charts.
Gold was going to go to 3 digits. He predicted it.
Cabeza, which is head in English.
I want to make it clear that I did say I wanted to buy silver personally for myself when it was at $30.
Why did you do it?
Jay and Daniel here told me I should not do it, and it would take up too much space in my house. But I would have 4x my money right now, but I'm still a little upset.
I'm not a financial advisor, but Yeah, the silver and gold's gone crazy. It just hit all-time high again, and it's just going to continue to keep doing so. But I think at
So if
some
you're
point or
looking
another,
to sell any scrap gold or old jewelry laying around that you don't really wear, now is an excellent time. It might even be the best time to sell it. We're always buying. We're paying strong. Gold is what, 5,400 an ounce, 5,300 an ounce.
Yeah, about 5,400
right now.
an ounce.
It peaked at 5,600. It dropped to like 51 today. Guys, it's extremely hard also to for us to sell gold, even jewelry stores, because the refiners are shut down right now. So so just take advantage. Come in, bring us your gold. We'll buy it. We'll cash you out same day. But we don't know where it's going to go. We don't know if it's going to go crazy, if it's going to plummet. It's really insane. What do you think, Bees? What do you think it's
the growth we're seeing on this stuff, guys? I can't see it sustaining. It's literally every single day. Gold 3-4 days ago just reached $5,000 an ounce and immediately shot up to $5,500 an ounce. This is probably like the FOMO, last minute buyer seeing the market trying to get in, but I don't think it can sustain. God only knows when it's going to drop, but again, good time to capitalize. Sell your stuff if you've been sitting on gold, broken stuff, etc. Bring it in, we'll cash you out. Silver too, it's unbelievable, guys.
What do you think about, like, I'm going to just talk about watches a little bit because we're talking about gold, like with solid gold pieces with watches. Like,
just getting into the watch market overall, this 2025 was, again, an insane year for the price increases on stuff. Everybody always asks me, is this a good time to buy? We can't time the market, but what we've seen trend-wise, just starting with brands like Patek Philippe, over the last 8 months to a year, if we sold you something about a year ago, you're cashing out upwards to 20 to 30% over the price that you paid. So you're making profit on those watches again, which we really haven't seen since the COVID times. Rolex sport models up like crazy. Anything new 25 and now getting into 2026, you're paying extremely high premiums on that.
But how does the gold market correlate with watches and solid gold pieces from MSRP from Rolex to compared to like what we're selling?
So the brands have no choice but to up their MSRP, and this isn't because they're being greedy. It's just literally because of the material cost. Again, gold going this fast. Rolex just had a raise on Jan 1. They were supposed to do it sometime in Q4 of last year, and they didn't end up doing it. Patek raised, Omega raised, Tudor raised. All the major brands raised their prices, again, because they have to. And to be honest, if gold keeps trending the way it's trending, I do believe they're going to do another MSRP range, maybe like 6 months into this year. It's getting ridiculous. So quick synopsis. If you're looking at a gold piece, just using a yellow gold presidential, for instance, you were paying $43,000 pre-tax. After the increase, it's $46,000 pre-tax. So these watches are going up by the thousands. Doesn't really affect the stainless market so much. I mean, although they did raise, but again, guys, anything fresh, new.
Stainless steel watches, we did see a major increase.
Yes, a big
But that's
increase.
also other things, the economy, the Swiss tariffs. You know, it's a
tariffs hurt our watches for sure. The problem is it's like an inventory squeeze. A lot of times, like before the tariffs, dealers were buying overseas. They were able to get watches in here cheaper, obviously giving their clients a better deal. Once they cut that off, we have to raise our prices, guys. We can't fill the orders as fast as we once were able to do at the price.
Raising, it's the market. Everybody has to raise. Unfortunately,
we have to.
We pay more. We have to charge more. Unfortunately,
and this is on all goods. It's not just like watches and jewelry. Like for instance, our friend who owns the game shop, even on Pokemon cards, he was paying extra to get them into the store, and he has to charge his clients a little bit more. This is just supply and demand. This is the way it works.
Build a home,
Same
food.
thing.
You go to a pizzeria. Slices used to be $2, now they're $10. So
I still think it's a very good time to purchase watches. Again, this isn't me selling you guys, although I want you to buy all the watches from me. I still think there's a lot of room to grow on them. We're nowhere near COVID prices, but we're definitely seeing steady increase. It's a great place to park some money. Again, this isn't financial advice.
We're not saying watches are investments. No. Definitely not saying watches are investments, but it's definitely a great place to park your money. We've seen the market over the past decade or so, and you're never gonna really lose.
Yeah, you can't go wrong. I mean, honestly, the way the market is, again, but the silver and gold thing correlating with the watches, prices are increasing rapidly. How long can it sustain? I don't know. Maybe forever, but I doubt it. But moving on, we've been selling a ton of engagement rings, a bunch of bridal stuff. I'm going to pass this off to Jay. He's our guy for that. But it's not just watches here. We talk about it all the time. You hear about it all the time on our YouTube. We are a full-blown jewelry store. We love doing custom jewelry. So Jay, talk about some projects that we did last year and moving forward into this year.
Yeah, I mean, we're putting more of our time and effort right now into growing that side of the business. We love watches. We love jewelry. We love being creative, and most of our jewelry and our design, we we do it all ourselves. We do everything in-house. We design it. We make everything custom. A lot of our finished goods, obviously, we put collections together where we source it all over the world. We go to shows, and we put our own collections together. But we really want to focus 2026 on custom, orders and bridal, which we've been doing a ton of. So if you watch some of our newer videos, we're going to be putting out more and more, jewelry-based content. So let us know what you think about it. But I don't know. What do you see us doing?
Another thing that we're trying to do a little bit differently than most of the jewelry stores here is we're trying to focus in more on natural colored stones. So that's, fancy shaped yellow diamonds, sapphires. We want to stay into the natural space. Obviously, with the introduction of lab grown stuff, it's hard not to sell.
Whatever you decide to do, we'll do. But we are focusing on some of the higher end stuff, some of the more rare natural gemstones, colored, sapphires, fancy yellow, pink diamonds, things like that. And a lot of this stuff, guys, you're not going to see anywhere in the Red Bank area or even in like Monmouth County or possibly even in Jersey. You might have to go to New York. You might have to go to some of these other areas. So we have everything in store for you to come take a look at. So we really are excited about this, and we want you guys to come in store as well as obviously watching YouTube, Instagram. But come take a look at our stuff because it's very, very unique and it's very nice.
But soon you won't even have to because it'll be on the website, Premierjewelersnj.com. So.
That's right. During this podcast, he just becomes our website manager. You just got promoted. Yes. Now, all jokes aside, guys, it's all going to be available. Everything's going to be easy, streamlined. We want this to be a one-stop shop. We don't want you to have to buy one thing here and have to drive another place to get something different. We can source everything. We can literally satisfy all needs here, obviously watches and jewelry related.
Especially bridal, guys. If you're interested in a ring, come by. We build everything custom. You're going to design the ring yourself. Obviously, we're going to help. But you walk into a lot of these jewelry stores and it's all finished goods. You have to kind of pick what they have, and they have a salesperson kind of trying to push it on you. Here, we're gonna go over every step of the process. We're gonna build it with you, and you're gonna receive something top quality and something that you're gonna love forever.
This is just a piece of advice for all you guys out there that are on the brink of asking your loved one to marry them. If you don't have an idea of what they want, have an open discussion with your partner. What we see is when the woman comes in to look at the ring of her dreams, it's so much easier because they have what they want in their mind, and it's a lot less awkward than you trying to guess or put something together. A lot of the times they know exactly what they want, and it's not weird or anything. Like, we're not going to make it weird or awkward. And
look on Instagram, look on social media, find it.
I'm sure if you and your girl are there, you catch her scrolling on IG, she's probably looking at some sort of ring or some sort of design, and that could be built exactly to her liking. And also, she might not even know what she wants until she comes in and sees it. We've had clients come in, right? They say they want a pear shape. All of a sudden we put a radiant on them and they're like, oh my God, that's what I want. Right. So there's a lot of options when it comes to the customization. The
options are endless, and we can make it super, super customizable for you.
So the best bet, have open discussion. Listen, if your partner doesn't care and they're like, just get me whatever, that's even easier for you, great. But most of the time they want something pretty specific. So we can fulfill that and obviously make the ring of your dreams. And it's a pretty easy process. So again, we don't push anything on you. We're here to help you design every step of the way. And same thing for watches. You guys want to come in and we don't have it, it's pretty simple. We can order it. You leave us with a deposit. All this stuff is really easy to do, and this is what we love to do. So you'll feel our passion when you're in the store with us. Yeah. And Maddie, this guy over here, big monster year in sales too. Sold a ton of watches.
Sold a ton of watches. Now I really want to get into like jewelry. I mean, aside from the watches, get into selling bracelets, custom jewelry. I was not against it, but my passion was watches. I didn't really want to take the time to learn the other part of,
Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of variables when it comes to this stuff, especially when it comes to jewelry. Watches are pretty straightforward. What kind of brand is it that you like? Is it a sport model? Is it a gold piece? That stuff's a lot simpler, but when you start getting into custom jewelry, diamonds, things like that, there's a lot more education. There's a lot more that goes into it. Again, we stand by all the products that we sell. So when we're actually custom designing you something, this is our name on it. We want you to have the best of the best. We want you walking around being the best looking, having the nicest piece. So that's something that we really, really, really pride ourselves on. And let's get back to YouTube, bros. Like, YouTube's gonna be huge this year. 2026 is gonna be a monster year for YouTube. We know it. We're grinding out, we're putting out vlogs. How many times a week now? At least once.
Yeah,
at least once
one
a week.
vlog a week. It's like we're kind of trying to make it more like a reality show and show like the inside of the business, but also like our personalities and who we are, and we want to showcase this to you guys. So please keep watching, subscribe, like. Let us know what you want to see. We used to do skits.
I was just going to say that.
We used to do skits. We used to do funny, little skits. Me and Dan, we started years ago. Now Matt's doing the skits too on his Instagram, which is hilarious. But we want your opinion. What do you guys want to see in 2026 on our YouTube channel?
Yeah, so if we clip this video here and we put it on the YouTube, please comment down below what you want to see. Like, we're open
what type of content.
We're open to suggestions here. Obviously, we want to grow. We want to make sure we're putting out the best thing for you guys to watch.
And we're going to be doing more giveaways via Instagram and YouTube. So stay tuned, because we're giving away watches, tennis bracelets, necklaces. We're giving away a lot of stuff in 2026. Cash, money. So, follow the rules, and maybe you can win something.
2026, the year of giving. We're going to give back a ton this year. We're going to give back a ton to our supporters, to our fans. We think that's crucial. So let us know what you want us to give away. Should we go crazy? Should we give a Rollie away this year? Should we do something?
End of the year, maybe?
Should we do something big? Maybe
I think mine, my personal watch.
yeah.
I'll sign it too. I'll sign the dial.
Yep. Yeah, so 2026, guys, going to be a monster. We're already almost into February. By the time you guys are watching this, it'll probably be like middle of February. But yeah, we're excited. What else?
All right, guys. So I think now we're going to maybe answer some questions. We've been getting like a lot of, inquiries about different things with watches, jewelry, shipping, this, that, and the third. So give us a little bit of, let's do a little Q&A.
One of the main, this is just pertaining to watches, one of the main questions that we get here is authentication.
Yeah,
how do we know that you're getting a real watch? How do we know? We have a very, very rigorous process here when we intake a watch. And what I mean by that is, normally 99% of the time we're buying it from trusted sellers. On the off chance that we're buying it from a private seller or someone that we're unsure about, the process is the same for everybody. We receive the watch, we open the watch up, and what I mean by that is, on all high-end brand watches, they have automatic movements for the most part, unless it's a quartz movement. What we'll do is we'll remove the case back. We'll take a look at the inner workings of the watch. We'll make sure that the watch is 100%. Let's just
not just externally, internally also, we're making sure that the watch is good.
Exactly. Rolex, for instance, we'll pop open the back. We'll take a look at the movement. We confirm that everything is how it's supposed to be. After that process is done, we button it back up. We put it on a time grapher. What the time grapher does is it simply tells us how the watch is running, how the amplitude is, how many seconds plus or minus a day it is. So all that stuff is taken into consideration, and this happens before we pay for the watch. So we don't pay for anything until we receive it, inspect it, and put our stamp on it. So that's A. And if we're still unsure after all of those three, we have a secondary watchmaker who's Swiss trained for over 25 years. He'll take a glimpse at it too. So everything we are selling, we are 100% backing, so you have nothing to worry about there. We also offer a 48-hour return window on our website. So if you purchase something and it's not in the said condition that we said it was, you have a 48-hour window to return it back to us.
In the same condition.
In the same condition, obviously, that we had
Right.
described. Guys, if there's any funny player things like that, we're going to catch it. We've been in the business a long time, so you're not going to swap a movement on us or do something or swap a dial, take an original part. None of that's going to happen. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure we're delivering a product that you guys are happy with, that is 100% authentic, and what we said it is. So that's something that, again, you can check our reviews now. I think we got over 50 on Google.
We've been doing this going on 10 years now, so we wouldn't be in the business this long if
we're not in the business to eat.
We weren't this educated.
We want to have you over for dinner all the time. We want to make sure that everything is copacetic.
That's what we really take pride in. A lot of people that give feedback, they say how friendly we are. It's not when you come in and you're not going to some jeweler who's make it feel
a suit and tie.
Exactly.
Might make you feel
you come in, you sit down, you talk.
Or if you guys have ever been to that famous block, which I'm not going to mention that block, rhymes with Schmorty Schmevin Street, you can go there, and honestly, they're going to sell you guys. Listen, a lot of the guys there are great. We work with them, so I'm not bashing anybody here. But the horror stories I've personally seen and my clients have gone through, you're buying a watch that's a Frankenstein. It's got a mixed bracelet that's not supposed to be there. The dial's been swapped with something aftermarket. What I mean by dial is the face of the watch. The movements have been messed up, or there's certain parts are factory, certain parts are aftermarket. You got to trust the seller. I think we said this in our last video, and we've said it in a lot of videos before. Buy the seller, not the watch. You need to buy the seller. You need to make sure you're getting a good product. There is a lot of funny games in this business, and it sucks because it puts a stigma on us, puts a stigma on anybody in this business. But just buy from who you trust.
We built this store. You could see now that we're shooting it this way, but it's kind of like a lounge. We want you to feel comfortable. We want you guys to come, hang out, meet us, talk with us, you know, and we want to have you, you know, as a customer for life. We're not just in it, you know, for a quick sale or to push something on you. You could come in here and not buy anything from us. Just come look at our stuff, come look at some cool watches, come look at unique jewelry, and, you know, just hang, and, you know, we could educate you on certain things, and it's fun for us. We love this.
Next question we always get is, what form of payment do we accept? It's pretty simple. We take wire or credit card. Right now, we're still in the process of, I believe we still have the credit card option on the website. We might be revoking it, and it's not because of you guys, it's just because of fraud.
Chargebacks, on big ticket items.
We're working out the kinks. Parlaying that question up, another thing we get is, do we finance? And at this current time, we do not offer financing. We don't offer any layaway. That might be something we visit this year. Obviously, just stay tuned if we end up, you know, implementing that. But it's really simple. It's a wire or a credit card. The best way is honestly to wire. If you do pay with a credit card,
wire, you do say the fee.
Yeah, correct. So credit card, you're gonna pay a 3% fee. It's unavoidable, guys. It's just, we get killed with fees, so we have to add that into the charge. But if you want the best deal possible, you just wire us. Once we receive the wire, we'll then obviously pack up the watch. If you're out of state, we'll box it up. We'll ship it out overnight, priority FedEx, fully insured label.
To your door.
To your door, to your place of business, or if you'd like, we could send it to a FedEx for a hold where you go show your ID, pick it up. So a couple options there. And obviously, if you're local to us or, you know, within the tri-state area.
We would love to meet you. And
honestly, there's a good chance if you watch our YouTube, you'll be on the vlog, because we're constantly filming in store, which is cool. We get to, you know, show some fans, and we do some recaps. And if you guys own businesses, we can shout out your business. Obviously, we're always looking to support everybody. Last question. What kind of other questions do we get?
Website questions, or...
Oh, another question is too, for some reason, people think we only sell Rolex, right? Don't we get that a lot? Like, you're a Rolex store or anything like that? We are not an authorized dealer. We have no affiliation with any brands. We just happen to carry a lot of Rolexes right now because that's what the market calls for. But if you guys want something unique, something that you don't see every day, or you just want your other brands, Omega, Tudor, Seiko, Patek, AP, Richard Mille, really, we can literally source everything. So no, we're not just a Rolex store. You're just gonna see a lot of them because obviously, again, it's the demand in the market. Another question we get a lot too is, do we sell only lab or natural? To answer that question, we sell both. You know, again, we just sell what the market calls for. If you want lab-grown diamonds, we could source you lab-grown diamonds and build your jewelry in lab. If you want natural, we could build it in natural. Getting onto that subject, people always ask, or I'm sorry, they don't ask, they say, they refer to lab-grown diamonds as fake. I'm gonna pass this off to Jay, and he's gonna explain to you why they are not fake, they are diamonds.
Yeah, I mean, we sell both. We sell natural diamonds, we sell lab diamonds. We love lab diamonds. I mean, they're incredible, they're beautiful. Obviously, more affordable, but guys, there is a big misconception in lab diamonds being like fake or not a real diamond. It is a real diamond from like a DNA or a molecular standpoint. They're identical. They look the same. You cannot tell from the eye or with a loupe. You need essentially a $10,000 to $20,000 machine that's going to test this. They are real diamonds. If, like, we always joke about it, but we tell clients this. We try to use this like analogy. You know, ice in your freezer is the same as ice in, you know, outside frozen, right?
It's like 10 degrees outside right now. So.
Right. Is it ice? Yes, of course. It's the same thing with a diamond. Diamond, you know, again, it's all preference. It's what you like and what you can afford, essentially. We'll build your jewelry, your bridal, your engagement ring with, you know, whichever route you decide to go.
Yeah, another thing too, people always like to talk about like, oh, well, if I buy a lab-grown diamond and the sale back on it, it's not worth anything. So explaining that further, yes, if you do buy a lab-grown diamond and you decide you're not happy with it and you want to sell it back, you're probably going to lose most of the value on that. However, if you buy a natural-grown diamond, something, you know, of a decent size, a huge value, if you go to sell that back to your local jeweler or whoever, another diamond dealer for that matter, you're still losing probably at a minimum, what, 50%? More on the sale back.
Because it's very risky for us and other jewelers to be stocking these, you know, I don't want to say older, but older kind of outdated shapes, right? Like back in the day, our parents' generation, they used to buy 1.5 carat diamonds, 2 on the huge side. Now, with Instagram and social media, everybody wants to be flashy. Everybody's going bigger, so everybody wants the next biggest, best thing. And unfortunately, if you're going to buy, let's say, $100,000 natural diamond 10 years ago, and you go to sell it back to a, you know, Premier Jewelers or any of the other stores, you're probably going to get offered 80, 90% off of what you paid. It's just very risky. Nobody's buying them.
The natural market has taken a downturn tremendously because of the introduction of lab-grown diamonds.
There's manufacturers that we deal directly with that when we started in this business about a decade ago, sold natural and manufactured natural, and now they are only doing lab because it has crushed their market. Again, it's all preference. We love both, but we can do it whichever route you want to go.
Yeah.
It is a real diamond.
Yeah,
that's what we want to reiterate.
That's the thing. Everybody will come in with like kind of questions or misconceptions that they heard. Does the diamond turn color? Does it fade? Does it do this? No, it does not. If you're buying there are a couple different types of lab-grown diamonds. We're not really going to dive deep into those details. There's HPHT and there's CVD. CVD is the top quality. That's the only type we'll sell here in store. So again, it's not apples to apples when it does come to the lab-grown realm. But again, as long as you're buying the top quality version of it, you'll have no issues with clarity, no issues with fogging, discoloration, anything of that sort. And again, you're just going to save a ton of money. This is fashion. It's not an investment. A lot of people think that diamonds are investments. Those were diamond companies pushing that down our throats back in the day, saying, spend 3 months of your salary, spend all this money on this very rare thing, when in fact, they are not rare. What is rare is natural gemstones, sapphires, rubies, emeralds, savorite.
Right. A lot of those colored stones and those, other gemstones are much more rare than a natural diamond, which I think is a misconception.
Correct, yeah. And especially when it comes to colored stones too, like colored diamonds. They also make colored diamonds in lab grown. So if you wanted a pink diamond and you don't want to spend natural pink prices, we can offer it in lab grown. Same thing with red and green, right? If you buy a natural red diamond, for instance, 1 carat, it's going to be in the millions. We can recreate it in lab grown, and obviously it's a fraction of the cost to achieve the same look. Anything's possible. Again, we build it any which way. We're not partial to either or.
So what do you prefer? What do you like better?
To be honest, I like lab grown. I'm gonna use a simple example, right? Like my fiance, for instance, she's in the gym, she has her studs on. Let's say a stud falls out, and I bought her nice size, 1.5 carat each. If she loses one of those studs and I have to replace it and it's lab grown, it's gonna cost me a fraction to replace it. If it's natural and it's uninsured, you're out of pocket tens and tens of thousands of dollars to replace one of those stones. That's just one example. So also the quality. If I wanna get, something like a tennis or a bracelet, necklace, whatever it is, with lab grown, we're gonna get you the best color clarity. So that would be DEF, VVS. This is true VVS, the quality is unreal. If you do this in natural, which again is achievable, you are spending a ton of money for the exact same look. These diamonds are set in gold, the naturals are set in gold, so it doesn't really matter. It comes down to your budget.
So you're saying you prefer lab?
I prefer lab grown. I prefer lab grown when it comes to fashion. I prefer lab grown when it comes to engagement rings. I just prefer it. I think the price is very, very advantageous for you. Again, you're achieving a huge look for the fraction of the cost. And that's my personal take on it. What about you?
Like you said, it's fashion. There's no reason to spend the money on a natural piece. It doesn't make sense. In my opinion, it might make sense for you. You might think natural is the way to go. I personally think if you're gonna spend that much money, to lose it all, it doesn't make sense.
It's a liability thing. So like obviously if we're watch guys, if you're walking around, like for instance, Jay's watch on his wrist right now, it's upwards to 60,000. So if he puts a lab grown tennis on, which is maybe 15 to 20,000, but if he puts a natural tennis on, it's about 50 to 60,000. So he's just limiting his liability when he's wearing out to achieve the same look. Again, if it gets lost, stolen, whatever the case may be, and just the quality, guys. Like we can literally show you the quality anytime you're local in the area. We have lab, we have natural. We'll put them next to each other.
This is another big question I was just thinking of, and it has nothing to do with jewelry. It's back into the watches, but we get this question a lot, and I want to ask you, Dan, your opinion, and also you, Matt. We get a lot of inquiries for brand new unworn watches. Everybody wants complete set, box, papers, which is a warranty card, right? Do you think it's worth paying a premium to have the card, a warranty card, or are you okay with buying a naked watch? And by naked, we mean no paperwork or no warranty card.
Again, this is going back to trusting who you're buying it from. If you're buying from a reputable seller, you have no problem buying a watch that doesn't have an original warranty card with the watch. Quick synopsis, I'll just use Rolex as an example. You purchase a Rolex directly from an authorized dealer, they'll date the card, you have 5 years factory warranty from that date, which is great. Something happens with the movement, etc. But it's just like car warranties or any sort of warranty manufacturer that they give to you. They give it to you just long enough to when if there's going to be an issue, then you got to pay for it because it's after the 5 years. Me personally, I don't care if the watch is a 2020 or a 2026. I'll use this watch example. This is a 2022 white dial Sky Dweller. I have it for sale in store for $18,500. If you wanted a 2025, now a 2026, you're going to be paying $22,000, $23,000.
Why is there such a premium?
Because of the introduction of information, right? You can go on to YouTube, you can go on to all these platforms where you hear dealers talking about new, fresh, all this stuff about the watch. In my personal opinion, I think it's completely bogus. Although, again, if you want a brand new 2026, I'll source it for you. I'll have it within a day.
I think some people like the
fact that it didn't have a wrist on it
that
before.
No one wore it. They feel like that, it, whatever, it might be banged around. What do you think?
Me personally, I would want something that's, the best price possible. I'm not going to spend extra money on something that has a card that nobody's ever going to see, by the way. They're looking at the watch on my wrist. They're not looking at the card that's sitting in my closet collecting dust. Watches that you're going to keep for a long time or you're going to pass on to your kids, definitely keep the papers. And that's the scenario where you would buy papers. For example, my watch that I'm wearing on my wrist right now.
If you're buying it and in your mind you're going to sell it,
yes.
You're saying you want to make sure you have the paperwork.
Make sure you're the best. Make sure you don't I'll be okay not getting paperwork because I'm just going to have it real quick for a year or a few months, trade it something else.
By the way, they all go up in value over time. So whether it has a warranty card or it doesn't have a warranty card, the watch is still going to go up in value. Yes, if it has a complete set, there's probably going to be a little bit more of a premium on that watch. But at the end of the day, you're not wearing your warranty card, you're wearing the watch. And also, prior to, I believe...
I don't mean to cut you off, but the thing is, if you're buying a watch that's naked, right, without paperwork, you're buying it a little bit less than with a card, correct?
Correct.
So when you sell it, it's the same thing. The amount that you're going to lose when you go to resell it, let's say if you fall on hard times within 6 months and you go to sell it back, whether you bought it with a card or without a card, you're going to lose essentially the same amount of money.
Correct.
So it's I guess it's all preference.
Yeah, and it also comes down to the market. If the market swings upwards, watches without warranty cards also go up in value. So there could be a time, a couple years after purchase, where you're selling that watch with no warranty card for a profit, or at least you're breaking even. What I like to call a free wear. You get to wear the watch for a couple of years, you sold it at an even price, you wore the watch for free.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people just get so wrapped up and I need brand new, I need this, they're gonna pay such a premium. I like to let somebody else take the depreciation and then take that watch. Why am I going to buy something $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 over what I could get a couple years older for?
Yeah.
Again, it's the same exact watch.
I agree. Yeah.
If there is a difference in a movement or an upgrade, then it's not the same watch. But I'm talking apples to apples. If it's the same exact watch, there's no difference at all. I can take a 2018 or a 2026. I'm happy with either as long as the watch is in the said condition. It has all original parts, and you're buying it from a trusted seller. I wouldn't be buying watches that are naked from a guy I met in Starbucks. That's not something that I would do. And I probably wouldn't buy a complete set either because, guys, there's a lot of great fakes out there. You gotta buy the seller. I can't stress it enough.
So essentially, a lot of these watches, the new stuff, the modern stuff, they're very saturated. Every dealer has them and by the bulk, right?
Correct.
So what would you say separates us from these other guys, or the city, or LA, or Miami, right? If you're living locally in New Jersey, why do you think people should buy from Premier Jewelers opposed to buying, maybe it's online somewhere else a few $100s cheaper, or whatever the case is, but why would it make sense to, maybe not all cases, because we can beat the price in most cases, but in certain circumstances maybe we can't and they're a little bit more expensive? Why would someone want to come to Premier Jewelers that's local here in New Jersey or New York versus ordering from some random person online because they see it a few $100s cheaper or whatever? Because
it's peace of mind. You're dealing with us, we're reputable, we have a storefront location, we're here 5 days a week. You can literally come
now,
in,
guys.
now
Six.
Mondays are appointment only, but you literally can come in, see the watch, feel it, touch it, try it on, meet us. God forbid there's an issue down the line, you bring the watch back in. We're not running away from you guys here. We want to make sure that you guys are having an amazing experience from purchase all the way to maybe when you come back to sell it or to upgrade
or to pass it down to your kids.
Or pass
We're
it down.
here to
you need
service
services, polish, anything like that. We're here to service it. If you buy from a guy, let's say in the Midwest, not to say he's not a reputable seller, but you have to send payment first. Obviously, same with us. If you buy off our website, you're sending first. But then you have to make sure you're going to receive a watch that's in said condition. That's actually all original. And
if any issues fall on that watch, then who's there to service it? Are they there? Are they local? Are they trustworthy? how long they've been in the business. You know?
Again, like this isn't like a...
This is a relationship-based business.
I'm not trying to be overly salesy here when I say this. We are probably not going to be the cheapest in a lot of scenarios, but it's for a reason. If something's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. A lot of people get burnt in this business. We hear it all the time. Scams, this, that, the other thing.
We've gotten burnt. It's happened to us.
In the beginning, yeah, of course, everybody takes their licks. But it's like learning from those experiences, not trying to keep doing that again. And then obviously like delivering a product that we can fully stand behind. We also give you a proof of receipt of purchase. There's no funny games, which will also have a serial attached. If you need an appraisal from a watch that we sold you, we'll provide an appraisal for your insurance company. So it's a lot more than, you know, just saving the $500 or saving the $750. And if you see a savings that's like several thousand, you got to see some red flags here. This is an active trading market. You can go online and see what a Submariner date is selling for. You can see what a GMT is selling for. And as long as it's apples to apples, most dealers are going to kind of be around the same price point. We don't set the price. The market sets the price. So I can't sell you something way overpriced and I can't sell it way underpriced because, again, I'm either losing money or I'm taking advantage of a client who's soon going to learn when they try to sell it back or whatever the case is. So we try to be as fair as we can. A lot of the times, and you guys are watching, you understand this, if you come in, we do our best. If you see a price, we at least try to match it. If we're a little bit more expensive, again, it's for a reason. But a lot of times we do beat the price too. So it's just, again, getting back to that trusted by the seller and make sure you're not getting burnt because there's a lot of ways to get burnt here.
All right, so I think the biggest takeaway of this episode was buying the seller and the release of the website. We're super excited. Don't forget, again, Premierjewelersnj.com.
Go visit, go check it out.
We're going to keep doing these podcasts.
A few times a month we're going to be.
Times a month. We're going to bring on some special guests, businesses in New Jersey, and they could be out of New Jersey as well. So if you have anybody in mind, comment down below. We'll send them a message and we'll hopefully get them on the podcast. If you want to be on, give us a call, give us a text, whatever the case may be. Super excited. We have a lot of events coming up. That's in the works. Giveaways, like Daniel said.
I think we're just going to become full-on podcasters from here on out. You know, Joe Rogan, we're coming for you, bro.